Hello po mga kababayan at kamusta po kayong lahat? Ito po muli si Tokis ni Pidol at nagbabalik upang magbigay muli ng komento, opinion at reaction dito po sa mga latest issue sa ating bansa. At ito po mga kababayan ang napakainit na usapin tungkol dito sa isang convicted criminal sa kasong cyber libel at yung pinapasara ng media daw sila, yung Rappler, ang tinutukoy po natin ay ang CEO nila na si Maria Ressa. Sabi nga nila ng iba, Maria Rehas. Maria Ressa, a convicted criminal. Bakit po? Siguro alam nyo na ang istorya niyan. Na-convict po sila sa Regional Trial Court na sila ay dinimanda ng isang pribadong citizen sa kasong cyber libel. Convicted. 6 years imprisonment. Nag-appeal sa Court of Appeals, denied. Meaning, convicted criminal pa rin siya. Dinagdagan pa yung kanyang fine. 6 years, 8 months, and 20 days. Kaya lang po ito wala sa kulungan dahil siya po ay nag-bail. Nagbayad po siya para sa kanyang kalayaan dahil bailable daw po yung kaso niya. Pero yung iba po na kinasuhan ng mga dilawan, mga kakampings ng mga vloggers, no? Kinasuhan ng libel at ngayon sila po ay nakakulong na. Meron po isa dyan na vlogger na nakaaawa-awa naman. Pero itong si convicted criminal na ulakbang Maria Ressa, nakakalaya. Kasi maraming backer. Meaning, maraming datong. At ito na naman po, may sumasawsaw na isang dayuhan na gustong sagipin yung convicted criminal na isang dayuhan din, hindi naman 100% Pinoy, na tulad ng kumpanya nilang Rappler na hindi 100% Pinoy na Pilipino-owned. Itong mga dayuhan na to, ang hilig makialam sa ating bansa. Ano kaya ang vested interest ng mga gunggong na mga dayuhan na ito sa ating bansa? At eto nga, etong babaeng ito, na international lawyer daw po siya nung convicted criminal at siguro prenya na rin at asawa po ito ng isang Hollywood actor. Ang tinutukoy ko po ay walang iba kundi itong si Miss Amal Clooney na asawa ng isang Hollywood actor na si George Clooney. So ito po, no, meron po siyang binigay na statement dahil siya po ay international lawyer ng convicted criminal, no? At dinedepensahan niya po yung convicted criminal. Basahin lang natin yung sinabi niya dito sa isang balita. Galing po ito sa globaldailymirror.com. No? Ito po yung headline. Maria Ressa should be celebrated, not thrown in jail. Ibig po sabihin, i-celebrate daw po si Maria Rehas na convicted criminal at dapat daw po hindi itapon sa kulungan. Bakit daw po? International lawyer Amal Clooney condemns the decision of the Court of Appeals affirming the cyber libel conviction of embattled Rappler CEO Maria Ressa over a 2012 article. Clooney, who is part of Ressa's international legal team, says the latter, being the Philippines' first Nobel Peace Prize laureate, in recognition of her work as a journalist and fearless defender of freedom of expression, should be celebrated, not thrown in jail for it. The latest judgment by a court in the Philippines shows that Maria has been considered guilty until proven innocent, and then prevented from proving her innocence, she says in a statement issued on Monday. Clooney hopes the Philippine Supreme Court will not set things right, will now set things right and restore the country's constitutional commitment to freedom of speech. She is also calling on the new administration of President Bongbong Marcos to show the world that it is strong enough to withstand scrutiny and allow a free press. Ressa and former RAPRO researchers Ray Santos Jr. are facing possible jail time of 6 months a day to 6 years, 8 months, and 20 days after the CA 4th Division upheld their cyber libel conviction over a story published 10 years ago. Both will avail of legal remedies available to them, including elevating the decision to the Supreme Court for review. Ayan po yung sinabi ng international lawyer ng convicted criminal na Maria Ressa, na dapat daw po nating i-celebrate ang pagiging isang Nobel Peace Prize awardee niya dahil siya daw po ang kauna-unahang Pilipino na nakatanggap niyan at hindi siya dapat itapon sa kulungan. FYI, Miss Amal Clooney, Maria Ressa is not 100% Filipino. She is a US citizen, like you, maybe. And Filipinos, mostly the Filipinos, the 32 million plus Filipinos, doesn't care about that piece of shit of her award. It is just a piece of metal. We don't care about that. Why? Because she was found guilty of a cyber libel law. As you have mentioned here, a story published 10 years ago. They published a story without a proper evidence, a make-up story that malign and viciously attack the credibility of a private citizen, a Filipino citizen. They have the chance to rectify that story. They were given a chance to publish a story or to apologize, but they never did. What they did is to republish the same story they wrote, and that's why the person that they're maligning and viciously attacking and saying this person is abominable, saying this person is a drug lord, saying this person is doing so nasty things. And that's why the person they are attacking sued them for cyber libel, a private citizen, a Filipino citizen. They were given a chance. And now, Miss Clooney, you still believe Miss Ressa. Well, because she's your client. Or maybe she's your personal friend. But do you think she really telling you the truth? Are you not being misinformed or misled by your client or personal friend? Because the Philippine court, without bias, as what she is telling the whole world, that it was influenced by the Duterte administration. But most of the millions of the Filipino people doesn't believe her. And the courts, two courts, Regional Trial Court and Court of Appeals, found them liable, found them guilty, cyber libel. Guilty. Now, Maria Ressa is a convicted criminal. But, what she's telling is that the government or the courts is suppressing her freedom of speech, her freedom of the press. What you are saying here also, allow a free press. Freedom of speech and freedom of the press in the Philippines is so much alive. Why? Look at the other mainstream media. Look at the journalists there. They are freely exercising the rights of their free press. Their freedom of the press, their freedom of the speech. What Maria Ressa is telling you is all lies. She is perverting the truth. She is telling you all lies because she is a liar. Now, you're telling the Philippine court to set the things right. My question to you is, who are you? Are you a Filipino citizen? Do you have any idea of what is really going on her case? She keep blaming the government. She keep blaming the government about the mess she got into. Her own mess, her own doing. She doesn't have sense of accountability. She will always look for someone to blame on her mistakes because she thinks on herself that I do not commit mistakes. I did nothing wrong. But in the eyes of the court, the eyes of millions of Filipinos, this Maria Ressa is an arrogant, entitled, foreign individual who is maligning not only the Filipinos but the country itself. She is sowing divisiveness among the Filipino people. She is the epitome of lies and deceit. And maybe you got into her trap, into her net of lies. Miss Clooney, you better think twice, thrice. You have said that because she is only a Nobel Peace Prize awardee, we have to celebrate her. No. Who is she anyway? What have she done to our country? Di ba mga kababayan? Ano ang nagawa ni Maria Ressa sa ating bansa na makakatulong sa pag-angat ng bawat Pilipino at ng bansa? Sige nga. Kayo nga. Tell me, Miss Clooney, what have she done to our country? Except for the fact that they keep shouting freedom of the press. If they were being scrutinized or being fact-checked, the Maria Ressa's Rappler is a fact-checker, but they cannot fact-check themselves. Because why? They are arrogant, so brazen to say things that are not true. They are just so stupid and idiotic. And I think you are being used by this convicted criminal. Let me read to you what Pastor Quiboloy said about it. Pastor Quiboloy is the SMNI honorary chairman. Come to the Philippines, Miss Clooney. I know you are a good lawyer. You are a human rights advocate. But before you make statement siding with Maria Ressa, I can say sadly, Attorney Clooney, that you were grossly misinformed by Maria Ressa about her case. And this is also what Maria Ressa is doing against our country, misinforming us in the community of nations where she goes, misinforming all of you about the state of the Philippines. She is deceiving you. She is misinforming you. Did you get it? Miss Amal Clooney, international lawyer, human rights lawyer. You are being misinformed, deceived by this convicted criminal, Maria Ressa. You better get your facts straight. Read all the case against her. You will see the pattern of what she did. She keeps spreading lies. Again, divisiveness. She did nothing good to our country and to the Filipino people, but instead she keeps spreading misinformation, lies again, deceiving not only the Filipino but the international community. She is like a disease that keeps spreading, and that's why the Philippine court put an end to it. You think, Miss Clooney, that the freedom of the press that she keep telling you is what it is? No. The court found them guilty of cyber libeling a private Filipino citizen. Have you researched what happened to that person that they're viciously attacked and maligned? Have you called that person? Why she sued Maria Ressa and her colleagues about it? Maybe you're siding with her because you are her lawyer and maybe a personal friend. Throw that bias of yours. Be impartial. You are a good lawyer. You're an international lawyer. You have to see the two sides of the coin, not only on Maria Ressa. Because we, the Filipino people, believe that Maria Ressa is a foreign national trying to divide our country, sowing hate, fear, and lies, and deceiving the international community what's really going on in the Philippines. She did not do anything for the country, but instead trying to bring down the government. She cannot accept the mistakes, the mess that she got into, but instead, she's throwing all, looking for a person, a scapegoat. So therefore, Miss Clooney, spare yourself. Be a good lawyer. Don't be so partial, blinded by this Maria Ressa. Set aside your friendship. Look for the truth. And you will find out that Maria Ressa is really a liar, a convicted criminal, a deceiver. Don't use the freedom of the press or freedom of speech. It's not being suppressed by the government. It's only Maria Ressa and her colleagues, her cohorts, whatever they have, just for them, right? Just for them to gain your sympathy, the international community. Again, I'm telling this, Miss Clooney, freedom of the press, freedom of speech is very much alive in the Philippines. You better make your research. Set aside your partiality. Set aside your personal attachment with Miss Maria Ressa. For the Filipino people, she is a convicted criminal. They don't care about her Nobel Peace Prize. What they said is that no bail for her. But she was not into jail right now because she paid the bail. And do not blame the administration about her mess. If you want, you can go to the Philippine court and defend her. Let's find out how good you are. Right? Kayo po mga kababayan, ano po ang masasabi nyo tungkol dito sa isang dayuhan, sa isang international lawyer ni Maria Ressa na nagpatutsada pa sa ating gobyerno. Mga dayuhang nakikialam, mga dayuhang nabulag niloko ni Maria Ressa. Comment down below. Open po ang ating comment section. At doon po sa mga hindi pa nakaka-subscribe, please hit the subscribe button and that notification bell para ma-inform po kayo sa ating mga bagong video upload. And paki-like and share na rin po. Hope to see you on our next videos. Bye-bye. God bless.